Now, let's go forward to the next point. So, can sound heal? So, you remember earlier I talked about the hertz and the power of noise, so on and so forth, but they talked about how it has healing abilities. Well, why not combine that with a, let's say, 20-minute session, right? And see what happens, because remember, the frequency changed because it would damage bodies and disrupt the cells, i.e. population control, right? And the products that go into food, well, it's just like plagiarism. However, there's people profiteering by also dabbling in population control because of the side effects of the crap that is being put out there that you ingest. You ever ask why? Would you do the same thing to your car? Would you do the same thing to your child, right? No, you make sure it's organic, etc. And if the sound thing works, well, you already know about ultrasounds. You know how they can use sound waves to break up certain things like tumors or whatever. So why not start employing it, right? At least try it, see if it works. What's it gonna cost you, right? A few minutes while you go for a walk, if that works that way, or making a little adjustment to how you produce music in order to heal the audience and not kill them at the same time, if it works, right? Unless it's just BS, a false belief system or whatever. But think about it. Now, if the Fibonacci sequence is found in many things like art, right? When you make a fist, the Fibonacci sequence ends up there, right? The spiral on a shell is the Fibonacci sequence, and then the breakdown, right? So remember, in art class, or should I say the section of art within class, I discussed this with the Fibonacci sequence and how it correlates to certain things. So if the Fibonacci sequence can be found in many things, then cannot someone say that God, other things are in other things? Let's see, etc. So in the Bible, they talk about, Abraham with a ram or a lamb, so on and so forth. Well, it had the Fibonacci sequence. Think about why, right? And then, of course, you have your ear that is structured like the Fibonacci sequence. And this is all within mathematics, and mathematics plays into science, and anything that has not been described or taught by, instructors and deemed science will be seen as something different and as such. So think about how the words correlate, because if it is, as Dr. Jordan Peterson says, a small library, then what is an iPhone but a digital one, right? However, it's harder to change words that are already been printed, so that's why they burn books, so they could tweak certain things. Think Mandela effect.